Hi, this is Kendra from Pencil and Pigment, and today I'm doing my Art in the News video, and I want to talk about the first painting to ever be stolen from the National Gallery in London. But first, I kind of want to give a spoiler warning. So this famous theft has been turned into a movie called The Duke, and this movie stars Jim Broadbent and Helen Mirren. And this movie was released in cinemas in the UK on February 25th of this year. So if you plan to watch this movie and don't want any spoilers, you don't want to know what it's about, please stop the video here. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I will talk to you tomorrow. Bye. If you've decided to stay, hi. This is what we're going to be talking about. This is the painting of the Duke of Wellington, and this was painted by Goya from about 1812 to 1814. And it has to do with the war in Spain. I will link things in the description box if you want to continue on with that research as to why this was painted. But here is what happened. So originally this painting was owned by a gentleman named John Osborne, and he was the Duke of Leeds. Now he sold it at an auction to an American collector for £140,000 in 1961, which today would be considered £2 million or about 2.6 million US dollars. I live in the United States, so I'm always converting the things, so I know. The British government, though, didn't want to lose this painting to the US. So they teamed up with the Wolfson Foundation, which was a charity at the time, and they matched the auction price. And in doing so, they were able to purchase this painting and keep it in the country. And this sort of back and forth, along with the purchase price, made this painting famous, like overnight famous. And in August 3rd of 1961, this painting went on display, and folks came in droves to see it. And by August 21st of 61, the painting was gone. So just 10 days later, a ransom note was received. Now, this note was not sent to the gallery or to the police or to anyone like that. This note was actually sent to the media. The thief wanted the original purchase price, the £140,000, but not for himself. He didn't steal it for him, and he didn't want the money for him. The thief wanted the money to be used to fund TV licenses for the elderly. Now, a little tangent here. I had to look up what this was exactly because we don't have this in the United States. Basically, it's a hypothecated sort of tax for the purpose of funding public broadcasting in the UK. And at the time, you couldn't own a TV without paying a license fee. It was illegal. And the UK was sort of the first to adopt this in 1927, but other countries do the same thing. So in the United States, for public broadcasting, we sort of have pledge drives and commercial breaks where you can call in and donate. It's a nonprofit. But back to the story. So this was August of 2021, or August of 1961, sorry. In 1962, almost a year later, so July, a new ransom note was sent to the media with a label taken off to prove that the thief actually owned and had this painting. So they had proof of the painting. Now, with this new note, there was a list of demands, and this thief wanted amnesty from punishment. They wanted an inclusion of photographers for the handover. They wanted the right to wear a hood so their face wasn't seen and they could remain anonymous. Now, these demands were not met. And on May 21st, of 1965, the painting was actually put into a locker at the train station. So, there was actually 3 ransom notes, but the thief eventually relinquished the painting, did an anonymous phone call, and let the authorities know where the painting was. Now, this painting was stolen for 4 years, and they had no idea who the thief was. There were speculations, there were all these different theories and ideas, and they believed that this was an experienced, well-funded criminal mastermind. That was not the case. Meet the thief. This is a man named Kempton Bunton, and he was a 61-year-old bus driver that was out of work, and he surrendered himself about 6 weeks later to the police. But what gets me is that during this whole 4 years of police inquiries, clues, theories, suspicions, they had nothing to link the theft of the painting to this man. There was nothing. Here's one of the news articles at the time about him. So, how did he steal this painting? He put a ladder up to a window at the gallery where he had learned that the security system, which was a combination of alarms and infrared, they were going to be deactivated that morning because they needed to allow for cleaning. So he pried open a window of the bathroom, entered the gallery, pried off the framed painting from the display, and escaped back through the same window. Now, because he confessed, folks thought that this would sort of be a really easy slam dunk criminal charged case. Like, there's no way this isn't going to be easy and huge to convict this man. However, Kempton's lawyer was able to prove that he had no intention of keeping the painting. He only wanted to borrow it, and in proof of that, he gave it back. So, Kempton was only sentenced to 3 months in jail for the theft of the frame. Yeah, which was never returned. So, fun fact, this painting was also featured in another film, sort of a mock-up forgery here. If you are a 007 James Bond fan, in the film Dr. No, which starred one of my favorite James Bonds, this is Sean Connery, and this movie was released in 1962 when the painting was still missing. As he was going through Dr. No's house, the painting is there. Apparently, it was the criminal mastermind they thought at the time was somebody to the equivalent of Dr. No. And it made it into the film like this. And nobody had any idea that for 4 years it sat in a gentleman's wardrobe. It was later found out that Kempton's son had assisted with the theft of this painting, but because he wasn't considered a reliable witness, he was just too young, he was trying to help with this whole thing that his father's plea on these licenses fees for the elderly. So he wanted the fees to be reduced for folks on fixed income or folks that were on low income, to not have to pay such a huge exorbitant price just to be able to watch television. I think this case is absolutely fascinating. If you are interested, I will link in the description box everything about this gentleman, everything about the painting, everything about the movie coming up. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I will talk to you tomorrow. Bye.